Is important. Everybody need to be made to feel special. I don't care. I just, that's just how I feel about it. Ooh, what is that?
Won't you come in out of the snow and cold? We've got it nice and warm. In here you find both young and
Happy Friday. It's Friday. It's the weekend, y'all. It's the weekend. Let's see. The lighting is horrible. How's everybody doing? Welcome all my new subscribers. Happy holidays, everybody. I love, this is my favorite time of the year. It seems like people are more loving, they're more caring in certain instances, in certain situations. And I'm sorry, y'all, about that glare. When you see me in this light, I look greasy, but I'm moisturized. I'm not greasy, I promise. Anyway, y'all, I wanted to come on. Y'all know I hadn't ever said anything about the Shanquella Robinson situation. The young, beautiful young lady that went over to Mexico with her friends, and unfortunately, she was murdered. You know, on my channel, I always talk about love and uplifting one another and encouraging and things like that. Why, and I'm still trying to understand, why would friends who allowed her to finance the trip, I don't know all the details about that, and that's really the reason why I hadn't commented at all. But the little bit of snippets that I heard, it was just enough to sadden me so bad, because as the mother of an adult, I'm not going to say my son is disabled, but he has autism. I'm not going to say he's disabled, because God is able to give people what it is. So, and what I'm trying to say is, a lot of instances we lack in one area, but we're overcompensated in another. You understand what I'm saying? So my son, by him being an adult, you know, and some people say I shelter him. His dad has told me that. Some of my friends, my daughters, my family. But that's one of my main concerns as a mother, is that you don't want them to get involved with people whose intent is to do them harm, whether it be financially, physically. A lot of times that happens. You know, it's so hard to find real friendships, and in a way it's hard and then it's not, but it's six in one hand, half a dozen in the other, because you don't know if a person's intent are pure. My friend and I were talking, my college roommate now, a good friend of mine, I mean one of my best friends, we were talking last night, and was like, you know, the thing is, you go out and you meet people, and even if you meet them in person, you don't know their real intent. You know, you're in a situation, or I'm gonna just keep it real. You're in a relationship with a man or a woman right now who really does not like you. They're not in love with you. You're just convenient. Let's go ahead and keep it real. Let's just, one thing about me and one thing about life, until you're real with yourself, you can't grow. You stemming your own growth when you're wallowing in situations that you really should walk away from. That you really should walk away from. How I can tell you that? I've been through it. And also, you know, when you're in a situation where you may not, surface level, you may not even act like it. But it's innate in us to know that when we're really loved. You can be in a situation where you love somebody 100%, but they don't even give you 10. They're just there. You're just a convenience for them. You have something to offer. Take away everything that you have that they benefit from, and see how long they stay in a situation with you. It's sad, but it's the world that we live in now, and I'm so saddened about that. And that's one of the reasons why, y'all know, for a long time when I came here, all I did was cook. You never saw my face. All you saw was the pot and pans I cooked in. But I realized that when that pastor said that day, and I keep saying this, y'all gonna keep hearing it, you probably gonna get tired of it. You may even stop watching my videos, but I'm not here for popularity. I'm here to help people, because let me tell you something. The people the Lord wants you to help, He's going to put in your path. And when that preacher said that day, I said, Lord, I got these people watching my cooking videos. I may be able to help somebody in other ways. I was putting up videos here a long time. Well, actually, no, I was a member on YouTube a long time, but I wasn't posting videos. So when the AdSense, when the YouTube partner thing come up, I applied and I was immediately accepted because I had been on here for a long time. But like I said, I never posted videos, but I just like to cook. People like my cooking, and I wanted to share my recipes. You know what I'm saying? But back to I'm all over the place, but I be talking all over the place, but I really be trying to help somebody. I really do. It's sad that, and that's a lesson too, in the fact that we need to start reflecting on our friendships and what do they mean, and what are we gaining, what are we losing, or how are we benefiting, or are we loving one another, or every time my friend calls me, she has a problem or she needs to borrow money. How is the situation when I call her, if I have a situation where I need to borrow money or I need to vent? Does the conversation always come back to him or her in their situation? You know what I'm saying? Are they a listening ear, or are they just somebody that dumps all their problems off on you? Because a friend and I were talking, and she's in the ministry, and she was talking about compassion and anxiety. That's real. Somebody's just dumping all their problems on you, never stopping to think, hey, she may have her own issues going on, but they don't care. It's all about them. And I've experienced people like that. Everything is about them. Your situation is minute. Your tragedy is minute. But their hangnail is a priority. You know what I'm saying? You gotta love everybody, but you can love people from a distance too when they're draining. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes we just have to. We just have to keep our own peace. Yeah, we do. But the Shanquella Robinson situation, I briefly talked about that, but I wanted to come back, and had to have been a very nice young lady, pretty young lady, and had to be nice to finance a trip for friends. How many friends you know? Usually when you go on trips, you do installments, or everybody put together. Sometimes those who are more have more resources will contribute more or whatever. But when you have a friend who paid for just about the entire trip, man, that ought to be I'm thankful for them, And then all of them that were there, that didn't think, I've tried to break up fights that I've seen in the streets, and I was in my car. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm not looking at y'all, I'm looking at the road. And so it was some young kids, though. They were out there fighting. And it had grown people, y'all. This is no lie. It had grown people looking out the window. One grown man was out there. And he when I said something, he gonna raise his voice at me. And I said, I kept driving. But I said, now you're wrong for that. Why would you sit there and watch people fight? You understand? Why would you do that? And then have you taught your kids that for every action there's a consequence? Yeah, you big and bad because you can fight. You this, that, and the other. But a lot of people big and bad can fight. Guess where they at? Locked up. It's just, man, the world we live in, we just got to get the love back. We got to get the love back. Do nothing. My pastor said it. It costs you nothing to be a decent human being. You don't know whose life you could touch. And my thing is, I keep telling y'all that love could change people, situations, and circumstances if we left it. If there was love in that house, Shanquella would come home with the rest of them. If there was love, when the girl passed the first lick, other people that was there would have broken that fight up. You just wouldn't let people. Why? You going there on vacation to have a good time, and you ended up fighting, and you sit there and you record it and don't try to stop it. That is cruel, man. That's just a next level evil. I just don't understand how people could do that to one another. Somebody you love, somebody you travel with, you saw her have her last laugh. You understand what I'm saying? It's sad. It's really, really sad. It's really sad. And that's why, as a mother, I don't worry about my daughters too tough because they can handle themselves. And I really think my son can too. But it's just that, that he... And we had this conversation all the time, and it's sad, but it was necessary, about friendships. He don't really have friends. You know, he have people that he went to school with that he know on social media and